Hello, everybody. Welcome to Smashcast. I'm your host, the Retro Gaming Nerd.
And I'm your co-host, the Archivist.
If you want, I'm also known as Chris, and that's Olivia. If you're wondering why she sounds different and why there's a guitar in the background and not in my background because it would be really loud, it's because she's at her house and I'm at mine.
Yep. We are talking through the magic of Skype.
Yeah, we're talking through the magic of Skype and being recorded by Audacity. Why? Because I have to go to work in a little bit, and then after that, I'm going to, do a project with a friend of mine, an amazing friend. You probably know him. And, we have a project that I have to go do, and I will not be able to physically see her today, and I want to get this done, this video done, because we're pretty excited.
Yes, this is a very, very special Smashcast.
Today is the first time we do, excuse me, I'm not feeling so well today, but today is the first time that we're doing a review, and we're doing a review of an amazing game.
Splatoon.
Yeah, Splatoon for the Wii U. Alright, so what is your initial thoughts on... when it was announced at E3, what did you honestly think about it?
I was quite charmed by Splatoon. I was very impressed with how bright it was. I liked the idea of it. I thought the characters were, quirky, and everything looked really fun and energetic, and I was like, yeah, I can get behind this. This looks amazing.
Yeah?
So, yeah, I was absolutely thrilled. And then I chilled out, and then it came back. And then I got excited again, so...
Yeah, then you got excited again once you found out that we had the money. Then we didn't. Then we did. But whatever.
Yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, but, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first heard about it, I was like, okay, this is a cool concept. But I don't think it's gonna work. Because, you're shooting paint at walls. And it only looked like it was an online game for a while. Mm-hmm. So, they didn't talk about the, single player. And I can't blame them for not, but they didn't talk about it, so... Of course, I was like, well... It's an online game, I'm not gonna be into that. I mean, online is free for Nintendo, so,
So that's a bonus.
Yeah, that's more than a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, so it wouldn't have been much of a problem, it's just my question is, would I play it that much? Would I really want to sink $60 into this game?
Mm-hmm.
And once I found out, all that opinion dropped once I found out that there's a single-player mode.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yep, I'm on board with this. I didn't care if the single-player sucked. It's just, I just thought that it'd be nice if they had a single-player so I wouldn't have to be, So it wouldn't be useless.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to play online.
Exactly.
Alright, so let's just jump right into the review? Or you got something you want to say?
No, that sounds good.
Okay.
So
sorry. So let's start. Now, here's what if you've ever seen Nostalgia Goggles, forget that, because I haven't done a modern game yet. But here's how we're going to do it. With this game, we're going to split it in between the story mode and the multiplayer mode, or single and multiplayer.
Yeah.
Is that good with you?
Sounds fine by me.
Okay. So let's start with single player, and let's start with the story. We're gonna go back and forth with this one. As you start out there's a tutorial level, which I find this important, that shoots you to Inkopolis.
Basically, you learn the mechanics of the game right off the bat. You learn how to play. It's really simple. The control's really nice. And then you go, and that shoots you into Inkopolis.
Which is a very nice place. It tells you about all the stores in Inkopolis. There's a clothing store, a gun store, a hat store, and a shoe store, which are all important to the multiplayer, so I'll talk about those later. You eventually see a creepy old dude, which is what they called him.
Captain Cuttlefish. And
you follow him, and then you find out his name is Captain Cuttlefish, and he worked for the Squidbeak...
Splatoon.
Squidbeak Splatoon. And his two agents, Agent 1 and Agent 2, go missing.
Basically, he says that your rival species, as you are the Inklings who are derived from squids, there is the Octarians who are derived from octopuses. And the Octarians and the Inklings, they've been fighting for apparently a couple hundred years.
And then there's peace.
Yeah. But, so 100 years ago, there was a war. And now...
Well, turf war, which wasn't even... I don't think it was to the death. Unless ink kills.
I don't know. But so now the Octarians are back, and they kidnapped the Zapfish, which powers the city, Inkopolis, and you have to get them back. And and you end up and it's really fun.
So let's talk about the way the levels are structured. I think the levels are really cool. It's really hard to talk about this without having a visual. But I think all the levels are cool because they all are kind of like a platformy kind of thing.
They're like a
platformer without like a
strategy
super high jump. Yeah.
Yeah. They're very. It's one of those things that a lot of it is you have to fight some enemies. You have to go figure out these puzzles to get to progress, and your goal is to progress to the end of the level to collect the Zapfish.
Yeah, this game does get this game starts out pretty easy. It eases you in, and then it gets challenging near the end.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like every so often you kind of go to like a main little you have like your little world.
It's a hub world.
Boss. Yeah. And then there's all the levels. Also, another little fun thing about this is, hang on, I'm losing it. Oh, and in each level you can find a scroll which will tell you more about the backstory if you collect it, to the whole world.
A scroll, right?
Yeah, a scroll.
I thought you said a scroll, so I'm like, what is that doing there? It's not. Scrolls shouldn't be in this game.
No, a scroll.
Okay.
So there's that, and then there's different ways that you can solve the puzzles. For example, there are like sponges and jump pads and little zipliney things, and there's a lot of cool stuff.
Oh yeah, this game is the thing that's great about it is it's not just a run and gun, as I thought it originally would be. There's a lot of strategy that is put into this game.
Yeah, you really sometimes have to sit down and think, go, oh, okay, I need to do this, not just barrel through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, the other thing that extends game time are these little things called amiibos that came out for Splatoon, and my God, can I say it's awesome that they did.
Yep. As you guys probably know, there are 3 amiibos. There's an inkling girl, an inkling boy, and a squid. I don't know if you don't follow amiibos, I don't think you would know that the squid was one, because it comes in a 3-pack, which is I think pretty new for amiibos. Yes. So, as for that, there's the 3 of them, and if you use the amiibos, you can unlock different challenges and different different weapons.
All right, let me handle this because I got the down in depth. What each challenge is the challenges are specifically the blue inkling boy makes you use an ink roller, which is pretty challenging because you do not have long range, so you have to think about how to do it differently. Mm-hmm. The inkling girl uses charge shot, which is a sniper rifle-esque kind of weapon, which is kind of also challenging. It's easier than the ink roll, don't get me wrong, but
And what is the little screen?
And the green dude, if I remember correctly, is a certain form of time attack, which is, I think, the more challenging out of both of them. I'm not going to say that they're super hard or super easy, but they do make the game different, They make it fun, it is challenging, and it's really cool to play through the levels from, the actual campaign with handicaps or different items or weapons.
Yeah, and at the end, you get cool rewards.
Yeah, like, for instance, for the blue inkling, for the inkling boy, you get a samurai suit. Or samurai armor, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For the inkling girl, you get the schoolgirl outfit. And for the green inkling, I'm just gonna call it that now, or the squeed, we get,
You get a mech suit.
Yeah, you get like a robot armor suit.
Which is awesome.
Oh, it's great. It looks amazing, and I'm very upset. Me and Olivia did not get the, green one because it was sold out, so we only got the inkling boy and inkling girl, and then she got her own inkling girl, so.
Yeah. But, anyway.
Also, you get to name your inklings. My inkling boy is named Rookie. So, my mouth is very dry, so I can't do it. Rookie! There we go.
Anyway.
I'm serious, and the female is named, forgot what I named her. I'm renaming her, though.
I was gonna say, by the way...
What is yours named?
I haven't named her yet. I'm thinking Sophie, but I don't know why. Anyway. But anyway, single-player mode is a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. There's a lot of really great, courses and stuff, and the bosses are actually pretty challenging.
Oh, yeah, they're really fun, and really... Yeah, they're not just straightforward all the time. Also, don't worry about time. We have all the time in the world here. This is a Smashcast, not a straight-up review. We don't have to... Okay. We don't have to.
We are not constrained by time or
No,
space.
especially since, it's a review that's audio, so we're going to have to try and describe a lot of things that it's
That's
hard.
true.
Like, for instance, I think my favorite boss has to be the clam one that I watched you fight.
Oh, yeah, him. Man, he was a pain. Just because he, for some reason, he wouldn't, expose his weak point for a really long time.
Yeah, so it was just like an endurance match of how long you could last.
Yeah, man, that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool to look at.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
What about you? What's your favorite boss?
Oh, man, I don't know. I think, that one was fun, but I think I like the second one, where you have to kind of shoot, his little weak points, and then you get to go for his final weak point.
Oh, the wooden one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was made of wood.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on.
Anyway.
So moving on, there is a lot of stuff that we could talk about, but I do think that we should move on to multiplayer, even though Olivia doesn't know much about it. But moving on, I think that solo player, the solo campaign or the single player game is actually pretty much worth it if you buy the amiibos.
Definitely.
And even if you don't, I still think it's a nice little fun thing to do, because... And almost everyone has internet now, so you can probably play this online, but if you don't, I'd still pick this game up as long as you pick up the amiibos, though. And I know that's an extra amount of money, but it's well worth it, especially since it gives you so much more content. Even though the content is useless without online, but whatever. This game, it's still worth it to me.
Yeah.
At least the solo player campaign is.
I do agree with you. It's I'm just trying to say, however, I believe that multiplayer does take up the bulk of the game. So
it is the multiplayer game, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're about to jump to.
Yep. So you have, of course, you do have the option of either, you can
online multiplayer or physical multiplayer, local. Local multiplayer seems to only have one game mode that me and you have since we only play 2-player. And it was where you had to shoot a whole bunch of balloons, and that was so much fun.
Yeah, you can choose through different maps, you can choose through different weapons loadouts, and then basically the goal is either to shoot down 30 balloons, or to get more balloons than your opponent
by the time it runs out. And I have no clue how long the timer is, so.
I don't care, because it's awesome.
Yeah. But, sorry.
No,
we have had no sleep, but, the online multiplayer seems to be... There's multiple versions of online multiplayer. I haven't even scratched the surface yet. But I know that me playing it... I'm only level 6 as we speak. That'll probably change because I've been playing this all morning and all... Yeah, all morning, literally.
Yeah.
But,
So tell us about the multiplayer.
But the multiplayer is really fun. Normally in shooter games, I'm upset about being killed. I could give less of a damn about being killed. I give more of a damn about losing that precious space. Because I can paint a whole section, right? With my gun. And then when I die, that whole section is lost. Because some guy with an ink roller and, a few guns come through the, same way that I was going. You have to be very careful and, you can't just sit and snipe. At least from what I've been playing. Which has been turf war. So, it is about whoever gets the most turf. And you have to literally, sometimes it's really hard to tell how much turf you have at the end. So you're literally crossing your fingers or, biting your nails or something. And you could win or lose by 1, So it's great to it's great to plaster ink on everything. Because you painting a wall for 5 minutes could make or break a game.
Yeah. It's so fun. I think the best thing about multiplayer is victory is never assured.
Yeah.
You can always come in for the last minute steal, And I think that it keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, because the game can turn around so quickly. You could start winning and then just start losing,
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's really great about it. And I know that you haven't played the online multiplayer yet, but you will. Mm-hmm. Trust me, you will.
Yeah.
And speaking of online multiplayer, that's not the only thing. Remember I mentioned that there's stores and guns?
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, there's a lot of customization that goes into this game, isn't there?
Yeah. The stores, like the clothing stores and the gun store, the clothes are actually armor, pretty much. They have upgrades and stuff like that on them.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, they're not just stupid clothes that, you can wear just to wear it, There's actual purpose for them.
Yeah, they have stats and things, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
And then there's another thing that's pretty cool, too, with it.
What's that?
Is that, like, your favorite clothes they might look good and match your Inkling as well, and be really good stats. Or it could look good and have terrible stats. That's up to you.
Yep. Got a choice.
Yeah, you do, and it's a tough one sometimes. So, I think also the gun store is pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
The thing is, the money sounds like it's a lot when you first start the game, because you have not a dollar to your name. You could talk to the cat at the Inkopolis Tower.
Oh, yeah.
He'll give you some money,
That's cool.
But once you do your first missions with the amiibos, or your first, few levels with online mode, it gets fun. It gets amazing. There's no real point for you to,
Yeah, there's no point to freak out.
Yeah,
right?
there's no point to freak out over it, because you'll get the weapons. Like, I got the, it's the Nintendo Zapper. It's the Zapper of 85 or something, but it's the Nintendo Zapper. I bought it, and it only took me, like, a few minutes to do it. I just had to play, like, 2 missions of the Inklings, and, like, 3 or 4, online levels. And the online levels are so quick,
Yeah.
that, it's not like it's gonna harm. And that's the thing that's fun about them, is how quick they are. Because the game, at least for me, won't get boring. Because I played Call of Duty, and I played Halo, and some levels just go on forever with the online matches.
Yeah, so it's nice to have, like, just be able to play something really quick and move on to a new game.
Yeah, also, unlike the other games, and I'm not gonna say that Splatoon is like the Nintendo version of Call of Duty, because it's not. Call of Duty is a first-person shooter. This is, I think, a third.
Yes, I think so.
In technical standpoints.
Yeah, technically.
And even then, they have Call of Duty isn't shooting bullets at the wall as much as I wish it was, because if that's how it was, I would have won Call of Duty when I was 5. But that's not the point of the game, and trust me, I know. And I both find them both really. I find that this game's a lot more fun than Call of Duty, but that's only if that's only my opinion.
I was gonna say, I do feel this game definitely has changed up how shooters can be.
Could be, yeah. It brings that question because of how well it did. I heard in other places, because I heard it did really well in Japan, and that's great.
Yeah, I think because it's one of those things. If it's a very creative concept.
All right, so let's give our verdict on the online player and our verdict on the game altogether. Now, after the verdict on the game, we're gonna just talk about our experiences, what we like and what we like to see in the game later on.
Okay.
So, my verdict is, I definitely recommend you to get this game. I'd highly recommend you to get this game. I could not recommend any higher than I am now.
Yeah, this game is wonderful. It's absolutely brilliant. I think picking it up is a great decision.
I think you should really pick it up, especially with the Amiibo 3-pack. And if you can't get the Amiibo 3-pack, just get the both Amiibos, because, Amiibos are getting hard to collect, so I'd get them anyways. But, this is a game that I think you should really try and get these little guys with, because it makes it better.
Yeah, this game is a lot of fun. There are a lot of opportunities. You will not be bored.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And also, like, you get to play with a lot of people.
Yeah, it controls really well. There's a lot of fun opportunities. It's great.
It's really easy to pick up. So, let's get on to our thoughts, which is the thing that we normally do on this channel. So, here we go. I had to get another 15 minutes.
All right. We're not gonna make you late, are we?
No, who cares?
Oh. All right. So, I love the aquatic theme for this.
Oh, yes. I actually love all the people in the stores, too.
Yeah, like, I noticed there's, like, a little shrimp dude, but he's, like, yeah.
A shrimp dude with multiple shoes. Yeah, he's the shoe store owner.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
There's, like, a sea urchin. I love your enemies, the Octarians and the Octolings.
Yeah.
I love their hair.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I love the Inklings. Like, I think.
Oh, I really love the Inklings. That was like the selling point to me, actually.
Yeah, they are so fun. I just love how like quirky and like everything is. I love talking to Captain. because
Who?
he makes so many fish puns sometimes.
Who's Captain?
Captain Cuttlefish.
Oh, Cuttlefish. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then also, if you like cat puns, there's the cat. He makes a lot of cat puns.
Yeah.
But that's another. I can't remember the cat's name.
That's
and I
catastrophic. Okay. See, me on the other hand, I just love this game because I haven't gotten bored of it yet, and I don't get bored of games that easily. But I like looking at the detail of the game itself, from the level design of the single player to the paint itself being shot at the walls.
Yeah, I love how bright and vibrant everything is. You know.
Yeah.
And I like even how this game makes you think. Like
it's not just a run and gun. It's because sometimes, like, you know, if you're like playing a balloon one, or even if you are guarding land, you might want to, you know, stay into your ink, you know, and then pop up behind the guy, or like, you know, surround them with your ink and then pop them, because, you know.
Yeah, like I love that mechanic too. Like I like how you can like swim in the ink, and you know how you have to use that in line with also shooting things.
Yes.
And then you know it's one of my favorite levels,
What?
like designs. I love the skate park.
Yeah,
I feel it lends itself so nicely.
I like the skate park's cool and all, but I like the shipyard and the mall. The mall beats both.
I have not played them all, so
yeah,
I will have
it's a really cool one. We'll have to play it when we do, but it's really cool because it's like there's so much high ground and low ground, and then there's like grates, you know, and then there's fences everywhere. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And then you got the little jellyfish people watching you. So.
Oh yes, jellyfish people.
Also, you know what? I'm gonna add some stuff that I think would be cool if you guys had an X game or DLC.
Yeah.
I think this might be big for the next game. Octarians, allow them to be playable. I'm talking about like the little human ones, the Octolings. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Oh, I think that'd be really cool. I think that'd be really cool.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Just because I feel like there's somebody that looked at them and went, "That's really cool," and you know.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be cool. I also think more guns would be nice. I know that sounds stupid, but more guns and more clothes. Actually, Nintendo-themed clothes would be really cool.
That would be cool.
For DLC.
Yeah, just because they are... It's one of those things that there's a lot of things in this that are so reminiscent of, like, other Nintendo IPs. Like, I know they make references to the bloopers from Mario.
Pretty much Mario. I think that's really the only references.
And you know what? I'm fine with that.
And, also there's one thing I would like to say if you guys did make another game. I'd like to see a bigger, like 4-on-4's cool, but I'd like to see that done bigger, but I'm not going to complain because I don't care, because you guys don't need to make a sequel anytime soon, because I'm going to be playing this for a long time.
I definitely agree with that one.
So, because I think an 8-on-8 would be cool.
You know what I would like to see?
What?
I love I'm still cool with like the Inklings and the Octarians being like the playable characters, you know. But I would like to see more denizens of our citizens of the deep, you know.
I don't know if that'd be done though.
At least maybe I just want to see even if it's just I see concept art, I want to see what else they can do with the life in Inkopolis, like the characters. And
I think Inkopolis is the great amount of size though for what it is. That's why
I do agree with that.
That's why I'm kind of happy with them limiting it, because I don't want it to be overcrowded or be too big, and then that would be a complaint.
That would, you know what, you are right.
So I'm fine with what it is. If you have to make another game, don't change a thing except for like maybe adding the option of Octarians and maybe an 8v8 whatever, and more game options.
Yeah.
And probably a different story, of course. If you're able to play as the Octarian, you might be able to play as their side of the story. So.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
Yeah.
So I think some really cool stuff is coming out of this game.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a good sequel.
I think so. But it's weird. It feels way too soon to even be talking about a sequel.
No, they're probably they might be working on it already as we speak. It's never too soon. Once the game's released, you move on to the next.
That's true. But
I really don't want to see a sequel anytime soon. Like, I feel like with this IP, you should go on the DLC wagon until a new console comes out and then release it.
I do agree with that.
because I would pick this up every year. Not every year, every console.
I do agree. I would do that too. And I just can't get over how fun this game is. I really can't.
Well, is there any closing statements? Because we're running on 25 minutes and more due to our outro.
Well, no, I think I'm about good. So
all in all, pick up Splatoon. It's a really cool game, and we'll see you guys next time on Smashcast.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.